EHA and EBMT had a common goal to be able to recognize that Europe was a long way behind the United States and China in terms of CAR T cells in particular and immunotherapy more generally. And there was a lot of work that we felt we had to do to be catching up. So the first annual meeting was last year. It turned out that EBMT had organized their meeting, we had organized ours. We realized that there was no need to be duplicating, and we came together. And we've been working together very closely ever since to identify, we've got those shared goals, and we want to educate the community, and we want to bring this whole field forward. This meeting, of course, is about telling us the advances and letting us know where the field is, but the concept behind it is all about the recognition that we have to move forward. One of the things I find really exciting about the meeting this year, if we just look at from last year to this year, the bigger audience, the excitement that we're hearing, the amount of progress that's been made in Europe in the last year, although a lot of the science we're hearing are from speakers from overseas, we're hearing a lot more about what's happening inside Europe, and we're hearing a lot more about the real world experience that we're finally getting CAR T cells available for our patients. Science really exciting in terms of hearing where the field is going, how people are thinking about. It's exciting that you can take very refractory patients and cure subsets. How do we get that to be even better? How do we identify who are the right patients? But what I've been excited by is hearing people now being able to use the data that's come out, identify where the problems are, and use science to be able to overcome some of those issues. We also heard a lot more at this meeting than I've heard in the last few years about the impacts of these cells might have in the future for solid tumors. So far, of course, only lymphoma and acute leukemia have products that are approved. But certainly we're going to have a lot more other diseases in the hematology field approved very shortly. But there's a huge amount of work going on to believe that this type of therapy can be a very good platform to address solid tumors. And I've been quite excited hearing a lot about those issues. And those issues largely relate not to improving the CAR, but how you get the CAR to infiltrate into the tumor. These things all have implications for those of us working in hematology as well. So this cross-fertilization of hearing different people tackling the same problem from different directions, I found really quite exciting. I heard a lot more about gene editing, how you actually edit out genes and how we can do it, and how that's gone from something that was a dream to something that happens in a test tube to something that is now in the clinic. Again, just shows us how fast this field is moving.